Demi just reposted the Deadline article headline that says, Demi Lovato to star in food issues group comedy, Hungry. My eating disorder kept me from going back to acting for years, but I finally came to a place with my body where I thought, why am I going to let this stop me when it's just my shell? I've stopped letting my weight control my life. And so this must be a really exciting full circle moment for Demi to work on a show that is so closely connected to her own life experience.
Stay over here and let you have a conversation with Demi.
I have trauma too. If I sing you a song, can my friends come back in the room?
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Exposing SMG. You know it's gonna be a good video when we talk about one of our fave stars, Demi Lovato. This video is going to be sort of a catch-up with Demi, seeing what's happening with their rock album and discussing why they are no longer starring on the show Hungry. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more, and tell us down in the comments below what other Demi videos you'd like to see next. So let's get started. NBC is releasing a new comedy show called Hungry. It's a show that follows a group of friends who belong to a food issues group, helping one another as they look for love, success, and the perfect thing in the fridge that's gonna make it all better. Originally, Demi was casted as the main star, their character being named Teddy. Demi was tied to the project for over a year before scheduling issues prompted them to back out. Demi's departure from Hungry was announced on March 4th, 2022, and while Demi may not be on the show anymore, both they and their manager Scooter Braun are still executive producers on the series. One thing we should mention is that Demi already filmed the pilot for the show. Demi's character Teddy is a food stylist who is trying to have a healthy relationship with food while dabbling into the struggles of dating. Demi has said before that they related to the character, considering they have opened up about their struggle with ED multiple times throughout the years. The show is supposed to highlight a light take on what is a dark topic. Demi was also very interested in getting back to the acting world and committing to the show, which is why it was a surprise when it was announced that Demi will no longer star on the show. Demi and their co-stars are photographed filming the first episode. When Demi stepped back from the show, their character got replaced by Ariel Winter. The show producers got a replacement quickly so that the show can still premiere at its original date. So what happened? The show seemed interesting enough to get picked up by NBC, and it's something Demi deeply relates to, so why aren't they still on it? What sort of scheduling conflicts got in the way of a show that was in the talks for a few years now? My issue with Demi is that they talk up a big game. Demi has a 0 to 100 type of mental attitude where they'll do nothing for a year or two, then have 35 different projects lined up that they can't fully commit to all of them at the same time. Demi also has phases where they'll want to do something so badly and think it's a wonderful idea, and then when the time comes, they've either gotten bored of the idea or just have no motivation to continue doing so. We've spoken about this before in other Demi videos. We constantly bring up the Dancing with the Devil, the Art of Starting Over era because we believe that everything was rushed and thrown out once it was released. At first, it was the amazing docuseries on YouTube. Then it was the drop of their album, which we think is one of their best works. Then it was the podcast that they're on that nobody listens to. Then it was their talk show, which no one remembers. Then it was their alien show. Then it was their entire phase of being California sober and then taking that statement back. And worst of all, it was their froyo scandal. Too much was given all at once. Nobody had a chance to try to dive deep into the Dancing with the Devil era because the moment it was released, Demi waited 2 weeks before jumping into different projects. They've barely even sung the full album live. They didn't do many interviews promoting the era. It almost felt as if it was in the works for so long, and once it was out, Demi and her team were over it. I feel like that's the same thing that happened with Hungry. I think it would have been great if Demi was on the show. A lot of their peers are dabbling in the acting business, and the main point of Hungry was very on brand for Demi. So it would have also felt authentic that they would be in this role. What do you guys think? Do you think that it's better for Demi to continue focusing on music, or was this an interesting project you guys were excited to see them do? This follows my concern with Demi's rock era. They've been doing a very good job at teasing their new era. Demi even held a funeral for their pop music where they posted this photo. They even deleted all their old Instagram posts and posted a photo of iconic 2008 Demi with the caption, 15 and it wasn't a phase. So it seems as if this is a very exciting era that's about to come from Demi. But I do worry this will take another Dancing with the Devil turn, where Demi has all these smoke and mirror effects, releasing an amazing album, and then they move on to the next 3 weeks later. What do you guys think? Do you feel like Demi will truly make this Rockvato era last, or do you have worries that it will be quickly looked over while Demi is interested in doing other things? Demi says her rock album is a new era. I'm ever evolving, ever changing. I'd like to put the rest of my music behind me and start fresh in this new era for this next album. It was a label meeting. We just all happened to be in black, and I was like, wow, this is like a funeral for my pop music. There wasn't an actual funeral. I mean, listen, it sounds very exciting, and I know Rock Demi from the past was everyone's favorite Demi, so I am really excited to see what they have in store for us. I just get worried when I hear them say, I'd like to put the rest of my music behind me. Does this mean they won't sing older songs on tour? Or are they completely taking on a new persona? I don't know, but I do hope Demi isn't going to be flip-floppy where they're so hell-bent on their ideas and then randomly drop them. Demi is also scheduled to perform at summer festivals, and they just released a new song called Fuck It, I Miss You with musical group Winnecta Bowling League. As for Demi's personal life, they have cut ties with their stylist, Sienna, whom they were close to for a while, especially during the pandemic. Sienna took to Instagram to seemingly shade Demi. In February, Sienna posted a photo on her Instagram smoking and captioned it, "Everything in moderation." Fans took that as shade toward Demi, considering Sienna replied back to someone who wrote "including people" and said, "You misspelled accept." Demi received a lot of hate for their California sober lifestyle, where the key word there was moderation. So I don't think it's a coincidence that Sienna made sure to include that word. It seems like Sienna is shading Demi and saying something along the lines of Demi used people and not in moderation. That's my take on it. What do you make out of Sienna's comments? Well, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this update/rant video. Let us know down in the comments below if you enjoy these types of videos, and let us know what other celebrities you want us to talk about. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.